What is up, you guys? What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Overdose. Today we got a lot in store for you. We got a nice little panel. Let's jump into it. What's up? Announcements. Today is the soft launch edition of Red Pill and Chill. We finally in the building in this thing. But other than that, we got a full panel. Starting from my left, I want you to just introduce yourself, your age, your relationship status, and what do you do for a living?
My name's Amina. I'm 26. I am in a relationship, and what do I do for a living?
Yes.
I'm a freelance graphic designer, and I have a podcast as well.
Okay, talking shit.
Chloe, 29. Feeling fine. In a relationship, and I am an account manager for 5 insurance brokers for a global company.
Okay.
My name is Shay. I am also in a relationship. I'm 21. And right now I am just working at a marketing firm.
Okay.
My name is Maya. I'm 21. I'm in a relationship as well, and I live life for a living.
Wait, what? What does that even mean?
I take it back. Me too.
I was literally going to say that.
What's good? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne, a.k.a. Quarantino the God, a.k.a. MacFit. I do a host of different things. I run a real estate company. I run a car rental service. And I own a car wash and do YouTube on the side.
Let's get it. All right, so let's do the first reaction video.
What was wonderful about it? It was wonderful. We were like best friends. I believe, he's my soulmate. Everything was fine except he was too nice. It's too nice.
How does one be too nice to one's wife?
Okay, let's pause this real quick. All right, starting on this side. How does one actually be too nice? That's a good question.
Being too nice, man, that's a lot. That entails a lot. I think a lot of guys try and lead with the overly romantic shit, the flowers on the first date, doing all the extra stuff. I think over-exerting yourself can come off as too nice, and then you can get fucked up in that realm where a chick is straight thinking she can get stuff out you. You know what I mean? You become a meal ticket. So just leading with that energy, definitely too nice. I mean, obviously you want to be a gentleman, but you don't want to stretch that and overexert yourself to where you're putting in way more than she is.
Yeah.
So what I think is too nice.
And then talk to the microphone for me.
Okay. What I think would be too nice is maybe a simp.
What's your definition of a simp? Let's go. Let's talk about it. What's your definition of a simp?
You don't know me and you're trying to
What? Use money?
Trick off?
What? Trick off?
Okay.
I don't even know you and you're trying to
Well, I think there's a difference between a simp and a trick, because a trick is expecting something on the end of that trick. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a simp, he's more the dude who's stalking your IG in the comments, doing all that extra stuff.
That's weird.
Maybe giving unwarranted compliments in real life, but other than that, he's giving without receiving straight up. Whereas a trick is yo, I'm tricking to get some tricking.
Yeah.
So you're asking what makes a guy's too nice?
Yep.
Kind of what he was saying, on the first day, if you're kind of just acting way overindulging in just, I guess, flowers, date. I appreciate flowers, but if it's just doing too much, just sending too much.
Fellas, never do flowers on first date.
Never. Please
No,
don't.
it's also saying flowers on the first date is cool, but it's just the overdoing it, I guess. And sometimes what I would say,
date.
No flowers.
What I would say too also is kind of letting me get away with everything, not saying no to me, I guess. That's also somebody who's just too nice, who if I ask them for anything,
he's always saying yes.
Yes, it's always yes, whatever you say. I kind of want to be told no to a little bit.
So setting boundaries.
Setting boundaries.
Put in their place.
No one who doesn't set boundaries, that's That's definitely too nice of a guy.
Okay.
That was well said. I think a guy that
And pull it
tries
closer
to
you. There you go.
too nice, tries too hard. It's very obvious. Just be confident in yourself. Like relax.
Yeah.
But what you were saying, a yes man, like, no, put me in my place. But and what you said was, I was like, amen. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything that was said. And also, I want to address a comment.
No,
that I just
no,
read.
no.
Okay, well, I'm going to say it for myself then. If you're like a self-proclaimed nice guy, are you really that nice? Like, I don't know. I
No.
feel like it's just an act, you know? Like, if it's all at once, that's just too much. But, like, if I'm with somebody and it's a long time, like, yeah, I want you to be nice and I want you to, like, give me all the stuff, you know?
Okay,
That's
hold on. No,
different.
I got to push back on that. So you saying the person is just too nice, and you saying that that's an act?
Not always. No, not always.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, that can be the case.
She's saying like if you
saying
call
try hard
yourself,
stuff?
Yeah,
yeah, like if
trying
you're
too hard.
Yeah.
if you're a guy and you call yourself, hey, I'm a nice guy, and,
That-
and girls
exactly.
never da 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 da.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if
Are
you
you really
self-identify
that nice?
with being a nice guy,
Yeah.
it's almost like the if you call yourself alpha, you're not alpha thing.
Yeah.
If you're calling yourself a nice guy, most likely you're not really a nice guy. You're just trying to get some pussy, and you think being nice is gonna get you there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
I got a question for that, but I'm gonna keep on. Let's do a reaction.
He was too nice, like it was scary nice. You know, it was like you know the people that's it was like stalkerish nice, like you too nice, it's too
Give me
good
an
to be
example,
true.
because I cannot conceive of the world that you have structured for me here.
Right, I mean, you know, too nice, like he would say, "I love you," and it was like I was like, okay, I was waiting for the punch. When you gonna kick me? It's scary. Some people just, you could be nice, but you could be
Mrs.
too
Lucas,
nice.
you're gonna have to do better than that. He told you he loved you, and this was a problem. You put up your hands like, when is the punch gonna come? You've been married for 5 years. Has he punched you yet?
No.
Damn.
He's a
He
wonderful
doesn't
man.
punch you. He's a wonderful man.
Yeah, I'm just not
so
used to
the
that.
I love you is too much for you.
Yeah, we
It's
don't touch
not
on
too
that.
much,
We
but
don't
you
touch
don't
on
have
that.
to
Let's
tell me,
pause
like,
it. Matter of fact,
twice a
let's go. On this
See, that's different.
Okay.
That's different. One thing is like
Married
if you're
5
too nice when you first meet. Yeah, but you're married for 5 years. At that point, I want you to be as nice to me as you possibly can. Duh.
Okay.
She's just not used to it.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the main issue is that she's been in so many volatile relationships, and now she's bringing that into the next one. That's why I think a lot of chicks got to be real careful with who they dealing with, because you get yourself in a situation. Obviously, it sounds like she might have been abused in her past relationship. Now she bringing that to the new relationship, and this dude is doing all the nice guy things, you know what I mean? Like, she's having to tell him to slap her ass when they in the bedroom, you know what I mean? So,
Yes.
so like, he's that type of dude, and she's used to a guy who's going to take whatever he want, and their personalities don't gel. She knows this nice guy is good for her, but not necessarily what gets her going.
Excited.
What
Can I bounce off of that?
go
Yeah.
ahead.
I am a true believer that if you're not fully healed after a relationship where you're damaged, you're going to bring that baggage into the next relationship and it's going to cause issues. If you don't take the time, spend it with yourself and get right.
I gotta go here. Let's go here.
do you know?
What does that mean?
Yeah,
What,
exactly.
Okay, so for example, my first 2 relationships where I was in love ended because I was cheated on. So if I jumped into a relationship too soon without like healing and forgiving without an apology, basically, I would probably jump into that
No, let's
relationship
pause.
with
Pause right here.
insecurities.
What does healing look like? Is what I'm asking.
Oh, okay. So like self growth.
Okay.
Like don't try to
self-love.
get in self-love, spending time with yourself, whether it's your faith, whatever spiritual thing you believe in, whatever's your thing.
Okay.
Get to know yourself better and be confident with you don't need anybody.
Yeah.
Like fill up your own cup before you can get into that next relationship.
Okay.
Because it's not fair to that other person for you to come in with trust issues. I feel like you disagree with me.
No, I'm listening. I was like, listen first.
You have this
and
little
then I
grin.
got you.
You got a
I
little
got you on
grin.
the back end. Yeah.
You got a little grin.
Yeah.
What?
Go ahead. No. Well, I wanted you to finish before I tear that shit down.
I mean, you got the point. Like
Yeah.
self-love, self-growth, like just whether it's exercise, finding your own hobby, just stop. Don't be on the hunt for a new relationship
Okay.
to fill whatever insecurity or hole you have. Like fill it with yourself first.
Okay. And after you do this self-love, do you think you're better or worse for the next partner?
Better, because if you fill up your own...
better. But I'm sorry. Better before you dated the ex.
100%, because you've spent that time growing with yourself.
Okay.
It will In a sense,
like, how do you know you haven't changed because of that process, and now you're a totally different person?
getting there.
Going into the
wait, say
relationship.
that again?
So let's say, like, you before you met this ex who cheated
let's
on you,
go.
right? Like, you know, you were probably a really cool ass, good ass person
Oh,
before
well,
that ex cheated
I'm
on
still a
you.
cool ass bitch. Let me tell
You got
you.
experience. Go ahead.
Let me tell you.
You know, like, that's what I'm saying. So,
But
like,
it's the trust.
because, and I don't understand that, but that, like, you know, that what's it called? The healing,
The healing process.
It's really you just again changing yourself for that next person in a sense.
Yeah.
So I
but-
totally see where you're coming from. Can I
Yeah, go ahead.
give you back what I have to say? So it's more like, all right, so that relationship clearly was toxic, right? So it's going to take a toll on you, and you're not going to be as confident and not true to yourself, that best version of yourself that you were. So it's just getting back to that person you were before.
Yeah, I think
It's not changing for
after
anybody.
after that relationship though, you're
that better?
going to I think you're going to inevitably raise a standard that may not have been there.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
where I was about to go to.
You're gonna say, okay, well, this guy did this to me, so
Right.
I'm not gonna tolerate this from the next guy, and
Yes.
it hardens you for the next guy.
It's not fair
So-
to them.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's what she's saying. So going through that, and I understand. I understood what you said. Like when you know, before that relationship, you were a really cool person. In that relationship, it changed you, and so now after that, that healing process is you going back to who kind of
Yes,
like
getting
you
back to your
were
true self,
originally.
that confidence.
I get
but
that.
can
all
you
of
really
that.
go back to your true
That's
self?
another
Facts.
because
That's
it's
the real
constantly,
question, yes.
constantly
I
growing
mean,
and changing.
everybody's
Because
different,
you're
but you gotta
always gonna be like,
always
okay,
change.
the way he cheated on me, I'm gonna look
Yes.
out for that now.
So
Yes.
personally speaking, for me, I did the work, and I don't have a trust issues in my relationship now.
So
I had-
how did your guy cheat on you? Like, how did
Which
you
one?
catch him?
Okay, so my first
All
one.
of them.
So he, two girls came to me and showed me texts that he was cheating on me with. There's
They
proof.
lame as fuck.
Yeah.
So that was the
Yeah.
first
You
one.
Hold on, we gotta go back to that.
You want to know what the fucked up? Can I cuss? You know what the fucked up part about this was? We were at a party. All of us, and my boyfriend at the time was playing beer pong, and these girls pulled me upstairs in a bathroom to show me these texts. So I am like
Damn.
steam coming. So I walk down the
Damn.
stairs. I look at him. I'm like, get the fuck out.
Those bitches are weird though. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie because they got you
There's
in
a
a
time and a
vulnerable
place.
moment.
There's a
They
time
did,
and a place.
A time
right?
and a place for sure.
And I kept my cool until we got outside. And I was, what the fuck? And he just went. I got no reaction. He just looked straight forward. I was like,
See, this is why they say, "Oh,
Damn.
men cheat more." It's not that men cheat more; it's that the side chicks are always gonna fuck up the
Because
Or
Trying to
because
get
y'all
your
not
spot.
good at it. Like
Yeah.
y'all not women.
It's not that we're not good at it. it's just
we're
that
not good at it.
No,
Genuinely.
no.
know how to
Cause-
cheat.
no,
Always
no,
find
the
out.
thing is, with a
Always find out.
woman, if she's fucking a dude, bro, he ain't finna go and tell the whole
Yeah,
damn
yeah.
shit.
True.
Like he's not
choose
finna
your
do
side
that.
bitches right, I guess.
No, you can't. You can't because the woman's always gonna catch feelings.
Yeah.
No, but what I think it is like truly like you guys, and it's weird, but like, you know how you say like, men and women think, you know, like scientifically we could think differently. I
Yeah.
think it's fucked up, but like women could cheat better because of the way we move, like in certain
Yeah.
situations.
Yes. I would
agree with
You
that.
guys
I
don't
agree.
know how to sometimes
It's
like
because
we
a
could be
guy's
actually
never
having
gonna
each other
fuck
ups.
that. The guy that you're cheating with is never gonna go back to the boyfriend and be like, "Hey, I'm fucking her." Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, we
he's
never
gonna
do that.
keep it silent so he can keep fucking.
You're right. We have that advantage.
So like a woman, she's gonna be like, "Oh, I want what she has, so let me fuck they shit up, and maybe he'll come back to me."
And try to take your spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
right. So that
Yeah,
sucks
that's
for y'all.
true.
Be careful.
Okay, we got a super chats really quick.
That's why I said she lame as fuck.
Exactly.
Both of
Fatty
them.
says they want the bad boy to be nice, not the average man. I like that.
Wait, say that one again.
He says they want the bad boy to be nice, not the average man.
I think what he's trying to say is and it kind of makes sense. Like
Yeah.
me personally, I would say it makes sense because of course I don't want my dude to be mean to everybody, but
Yeah.
someone who is just kind of like a little mean to everyone else
Yeah,
except
nice
me.
to you.
Girls
You know,
don't want that dude being nice to everybody.
Everybody,
Yeah.
you're just too
You
nice to
only be
everybody.
Nice to us. Duh, you know?
Okay.
So you're saying you want someone to be a little bit mean?
Not even mean because I think that's a certain extent boundaries.
Okay.
That's the word of the day.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
today
Nice
like
to every girl,
boundaries.
yeah.
Like if
What
you're
is, what
too
is- what is
nice.
too nice to every girl? Because I hear that a lot. That y'all don't want a friendly dude. What does that mean?
Well, let's
exactly?
say like, how do I describe it? Let's say you're, and I've seen this. Let's say you're running a business
Yes.
of some kind.
Okay.
It doesn't matter
The
what.
woman.
Okay.
You know, and I'll say the man even. Like, let's say like you could find that he will connect with women. Like, I guess give his business cards out to women and just do things towards women more.
Okay.
Like,
What if his business evolves around women? Like he's,
Gynecologist.
like he's a
And that's the story.
photographer or he's a videographer.
and if that's the case, you know,
pussy
as
stink,
long
bitch.
as
Here's my card.
I think you need to, you gotta support him and have that's your teammate. Like if it's a healthy relationship,
And be
Literally.
secure with
and you-
yourself too.
and to-
Exactly.
one thing you said, if he's doing whatever, giving his card to more women, that's the woman's gonna be like focusing on that hyper focused. Ooh, like,
Because
that's
we
10
are.
women
That's
and
just how
5
we
men.
are.
You just gotta have more confidence.
Exactly.
Like
I feel
I'm gonna
that.
touch on that later.
there's that grin again.
There's the grin again. A-Man sends a super chat. He says, she on her way out, monkey branching. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved.
What's monkey
Shots
branching?
fired.
Shots fired. You said what's monkey
What
branching?
is monkey branching? Because
Monkey branching
From
is
one dude to another.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the
Yep.
concept of you're never single. You just
Yes.
I broke up with him. Now
a
I'm with
slut?
him.
No,
Not even a slut,
not
just
so.
a woman who never, like you said, takes the time out for herself
see,
and goes
though,
back
yep,
and
it's a-
finds her
yes.
original self and all
Yeah.
that,
She
you know,
needs a
mumbo
man
jumbo
to
spiritual
fulfill.
shit.
Yep,
Yeah.
got it. All right, monkey jumper.
All right,
Wait.
Monkey branching.
Fatty sends a super chat. He says, you can't heal. The scar will never... Wait, what? The
No.
scar will be there forever. What are your thoughts on that? I could
Okay.
It's a
Always
scar,
That's
but it's
real.
still healed.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
I've got
scars
scars.
heal. They fade, don't they?
Look at this.
Not
Vitamin
really.
C oil.
Well,
Like, yes,
sometimes.
it will.
I see that shit. I see it
We
right
all
there.
have
Oils will
scars.
fade away. Yeah.
No, okay. I do gotta say what he actually means. He means no matter what you do, when you go through life and have these different relationships that you don't like and they're toxic or whatever, you're gonna start to build up, I guess, I wouldn't use the word resentment, but a lot of boundaries for new dudes that may come into your life that may be way better than the other dudes.
But is that not, in a way though, isn't like, because like I said, I kind of like spoke on it last time,
Yeah.
like kind of just using that to bring into the new relationship.
Yeah.
But is it wrong to not do, like, is it not wrong if because, you know, I feel like women get hurt in relationships more a little
shit.
bit.
It's not wrong. It's
No,
not,
let's get
it's
into
not
it. I like
wrong
this.
to
See,
adjust
no,
your
no,
Like, in a
standards.
way, in a sense, because
Go ahead.
yes, we are as women are more emotional,
Gotcha.
correct?
Yeah.
So we have to handle that a little bit more than men do when
Yeah.
they leave a relationship. And so I feel like yes, with healing with us, like it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with us going into that next relationship, taking
Yeah.
precautions, because when we went into that relationship, we clearly didn't notice the red flags.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with it.
So here's the thing that to me is the wrong thing. So let's say you got a dude and he's toxic as fuck, he's controlling, right? And he doesn't let you do certain things like go to the bars or have male friends or things like that. The next dude, you can be like, no, I fuck you. I'm gonna have male friends. I'm gonna go to the bars.
You're gonna do what you
Not,
want.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
do what you want.
fuck you and then
Yeah.
do that? Oh.
Yeah, a lot of girls do that.
They say it in their mind. They say, fuck this nigga.
Okay, wait.
Not even in their mind. They just do
keep
it.
going. I wanna hear
anyway.
this.
I mean, yeah, they do say it out loud.
Exactly. So for the new dude that may not be, I don't like to use the word controlling, but he may be controlling you for good intent, and the other dude was controlling you for bad intent.
So that girl needs to recognize the difference.
That girl needs to, basically what I'm saying
But
is
they're not.
They're not, exactly.
Oh, so well, what's the question then?
The question is, does dating somebody hinder you from the next person? So do you actually truly heal from your ex or your last relationship?
You truly can, depending on the person you are. I feel like for
Depending
me
on the
personally, I can detach from people easily. Some
Gotcha.
people can't detach from other people easily.
Yeah.
So
There's
I,
That's a bad thing, though.
That is a bad thing.
detaching is
For a
different.
man, that's a bad thing, though. I think what
Yeah.
happens is when a woman goes through like alpha widow situation is what we're pretty much
With a
talking
what?
about.
Yeah.
An alpha widow where she's with a guy who like she was fucking with, but you know he got her spiritually and all this shit, and then he broke her heart, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Your heartbreak or whatever. I think next time they kind of over exaggerate. So they was like, okay, I was with this guy and he was borrowing my car and doing all this other shit and he was broke. So now I ain't fucking with nobody unless he got $250,000. Like,
Facts, yeah.
so you over exaggerating for the next relationship and there's no happy medium.
Can I bounce off that?
that's
Yeah.
someone who isn't
Go
healed
ahead,
though.
yeah.
That's going back to what I started with is that girl did not take the time to get back to, like, you got to heal. And I get your point.
Yeah.
It's different for everyone, that healing process.
Uh-huh.
But it's not fair. First of all, if the guy puts her in her place and is like, look, and helps her realize that she's being over whatever, maybe it'll work out.
Yeah.
But it's not fair to bring that into the next relationship.
agree, like-
and the guy should recognize that. And
As a dude, I don't want
Goodbye.
to hear shit about your ex. That
Thank
nigga don't
you.
exist no more.
as
Yeah.
a woman
You know
too,
what I
as a woman too,
Well,
you cannot
go ahead, go
compare.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Should we not have conversations about our ex, like our past relationships with each other? Like I understand.
I mean, if it's some serious, if it's some serious shit, I need
That's a
to
good
know.
point.
Like some serious traumatic shit, I need to know. Like, I don't fucking know. But if it's some crazy shit, yeah, you know, you might want to bring me in on that. But oh well, my ex used to do this, and
Right.
do this because my ex used to do this. Like, nah.
Someone
baby,
who
this
says
ain't-
like my ex used to do this and my
Red
ex used to do that,
flag.
and I used to go out with my ex and do that.
Yeah.
That's a red
Yeah,
flag.
that's
okay.
But someone who just kind of talks about past. I thought you were kind of getting into that. Like, I think past relationships.
I understand
should be talked
exactly
about.
what you're
Okay.
saying. At the beginning, maybe, but not.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's get back. Let's get
I don't
back to
wanna
the
hear about
topic.
none of that shit.
He said, and we got one more super chat. My bad. He said, I don't want to hear about none of that.
I'm good.
Info
on it.
Vader sends a super chat. Thank you. I really appreciate that. He says, without a doubt, in today's world, men are overly naive and women are overly delusional. What are your thoughts on that, really quickly?
It's a double-edged sword, so it kind of makes sense. Like, men are just as naive as women are just as delusional. So, shit,
Yeah,
I guess
every
it's
woman
right.
has
Like,
their
yes,
crazy.
Everybody is, true. You're correct.
But you can't be super crazy.
Okay.
be super delusional
and then I'm
or
gonna go
super
to
naive.
starting from this side, and then we're gonna go to the next subject. What has a guy done anything in your eyes that was just too nice that you couldn't handle? That you was like, I'm done with this person.
Me personally, no, because I like nice shit. Like
Oh,
I
God.
like nice shit. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry. Like I like that shit. So no,
Okay.
I don't think so.
No.
No. Even like a
No.
first. Okay.
Not
Like
from
you
my
said,
experience.
but you said that it would make me be like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Like he may be like too forward. He's too fucking.
Well, are we talking?
Let's say you go on a date and he got flowers. He take you to Nobu's restaurant. He's going out for you.
If it's a try hard,
Yeah, try hard.
let's not have a second date, please.
Okay. So have that happen, and what did he do to try hard? Is what I'm asking.
That hasn't really happened to me. I got flowers on a third date, and I called my friend and I was like, "Is this fucking weird?" And she's like, "No, he likes you." I'm like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I hadn't healed yet."
Got you.
It was
No, I
it was
haven't.
30 flowers.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That's nice, bitch.
No, it was weird. That's your wine. Yeah.
No, I haven't had I guess, like I said, I like the nice shit. So
Yeah.
to a certain extent, nice shit. I do like it. Like you just being genuinely nice, but too nice, I guess. Like overindulging on the first date. No, I haven't had that happen.
You
to me.
haven't. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
From the person I'm with, I don't mind it. But if I don't know you like that, or
Yeah.
like you're coming to approach me, or I want to talk to you, and you're like doing overly like shit, nice shit, and I don't like you like that,
Yeah.
I don't like it
Okay.
because I feel like that's weird.
Like, what are you trying to prove? Like,
Yeah, like
Have you done anything that was too nice for you personally, since you were obviously a guy? You done too nice that you regret doing?
In the past,
Yes.
yeah, definitely, man.
Like what? That's the question.
like my high school sweetheart. Man, I was super nice to her.
Oh,
like,
you super.
yeah, like I was when I asked her to be my girl, I bought her flowers and all
Uh-huh.
this shit. What's some other shit? I don't know. I was doing a lot, man.
Okay.
But I don't know. It doesn't sound. I'm not gonna be trying to be funny, but high school, it doesn't sound like a lot. Like as far as what
Flowers
you
and
did,
shit.
like, flowers and shit. I want to know
Can
what the
you
end shit
elaborate?
is. Like,
Like I mean, when I asked her out, like I brought her. Well, when I asked her to be my girl, I brought her flowers, and I think it was just like I could see it on her face. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't it, but we still like kept it steady. But I could see that for that type of woman, it wasn't the right move.
did you
was
know she
uncomfortable?
liked you a lot?
No, she liked me like we was
Okay.
fucking. But when I asked her to be my girl, like she was like more of one of them chicks she wasn't relationship material, and I was trying to like wife it.
Wife
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I fuck with her.
Okay.
But she was not there, and then she had a lot of shit going on, a lot of past shit.
Okay.
So I was like really trying to make it work. I'm like, yo, let's communicate, let's talk,
Oh,
like
God.
let's connect
is
on another
cute.
level.
Oh God.
You know what I mean?
I'm blushing.
I was doing all the
All the
like
most,
R&B
yeah.
soul shit from the 90s. Like that was me, like 100%. But then when I saw, okay, yeah, I mean, I know what type of time she on.
Yeah.
Let me step back, let me pull back, and then let me readjust,
As you should.
heal, find myself.
Oh my god!
Oh,
So
spill,
like
spill,
you
spill.
going into
Wait,
your
hold on,
next
real quick.
relationship, that changed? Like, did that change because of her? Like, did that
Ooh.
change
Well,
how you went to the next relationship?
I didn't hop in a relationship immediately
Or I just, like-
after. I
But
just
did you
went on
stop
a
being nice
tirade.
though?
It's trying to get us.
I'm not gonna be
They
nice.
trying to get us.
Did you do that self-growth?
You know?
Growth, self-love?
Oh, yeah,
Did you buy the next girl
I
flowers, or did you
grew
wait
in
like a
another
month?
girl, and then I felt totally.
Hang on, back
fine.
up. You grew in another girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you rephrase that?
So what is
I
that?
grew in another girl, and I felt amazing.
I like it.
I don't know what
All
that
right,
means.
moving on.
Monkey
Trent, let's do
jumper.
the last topic. The what do you call it? The marriage one with the girl that the Kevin Samuels thing.
Rest in peace. bro.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I don't know. R.I.P. to my nigga.
It should be. Keep. Look at the other one. No, look at the one to the left. Yep. Boom.
Oh, my boy. Dwayne Wade?
Matter of fact, let's just do Dwayne Wade and we can end it with that one.
Yeah, because the Heat. We're going to Game 7 tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
While he's doing that, make sure you guys like the video, smash the video.
Like the damn video.
Like the fucking video.
Like it
Like
now.
it. Like it. Like it.
Love it.
Red pill and chill.
No.
All right, let's hear it. Because this is some bullshit.
Uh-oh.
How are you guys? Good.
Well, hold on,
How
I
are
think you
you?
shared the
Yeah,
wrong
you got the wrong screen.
You shared the
share.
wrong screen. Technical difficulties. But what, again, was
That caption already has me.
oh my God, this shit is so
You
crazy.
gotta
to me.
share the YouTube.
It said, what was the title of the video? It's Dwayne Wade, I do not lead.
I don't even want to get into it until I get into
He
it.
takes a different. Oh, you gotta share the audio too. You gotta share. The
No, he don't. No,
Oh,
he
okay.
don't. By the way, let's get it.
I'm good now. Everybody's favorite power couple is in front of me. Well, Dwayne, I love what you said of Gabrielle, your beautiful wife. You said, it's not my job to change who she is. It's my job to be a part of the evolution. That was good. That was deep, man.
You know, in
Let's
relationship.
pause. No, you got something to say already. Go ahead.
Whoa, that was fast.
What? He literally just said, I'm not gonna change the woman that she is. I'm sorry. I'm literally just gonna be a part of the growth.
No,
like
men
that's
lead,
literally
women
what
follow. No, men lead, women follow. When you normally get into a
men
relationship,
lead. Okay, that's totally different from changing a woman.
Okay.
Men lead.
But is
you
that what
can
he
lead.
meant?
You
Changing-
can lead.
Yes.
But as far as like, he didn't change who she was. He just pretty much like
how
let
do
that
you not
evolve.
change somebody if you leading them?
Why are you
You're
trying to
not.
change someone in the
Define
first
me.
place?
I
Like,
think
you
she
can
needs
lead
some.
and
She
change
needs
are
some
different.
shifting. Definitely,
Yes.
like her mindset.
So if
Define
shifting
me.
changing,
he fell into her frame
No,
like so crazy.
No. I want to understand. Like, keep going.
Like, can you define lead? Because
leading,
that's what I think-
maybe her thought process.
The
of, let's
direction
say-
of the family.
Maybe
So
she's
when I
like,
think-
hold on. Maybe she's like, hey, I love going out on girls' nights and getting hammered every single weekend. And he comes into the picture and he's like, hey, I need you to stop doing that. Setting boundaries.
Yeah, that's
yes, changing.
yes.
Yes.
Amen.
No,
Yes.
she
He needs
she
to set them.
totally changed the dynamic of their family.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
the-
even know the story, but yeah.
I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the rearing of the children and all
Yeah.
that, she totally, I think she totally brought influences that didn't need to be there,
Agreed.
and things that
Sim.
his
How do
his
you guys
ex,
know this though? Do y'all live with them?
No, but I
I mean, you can tell there's
That's
the
why-
that's why
Hollywood.
That's
I
why I don't want
follow
to get.
the
That's why I
story
don't want to
very
get too
closely.
deep into
Yeah,
the
we
actual
already
life. I just
watched
want to
it.
get to
You
the
don't
general.
have you don't have to be a fucking
A fan, yeah.
a brain whiz to figure this out, that she brought that Hollywood shit into
Yes.
his household. And it's like they're using the child as a fucking marketing scheme.
Yep,
And that's
amen.
not right. And that's something that his mother, the mother, is not approving of.
So you
From
Dwayne
what
Wade's
I
mom?
know.
Dwayne Wade's mom?
Hold on.
No,
Let's get back
the
to
children's
hold on.
mom. Gabrielle Union is not their mama.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's not.
That's not their
Oh,
mama.
I don't want to get
So,
to it. Hold on, I don't even
she
want to
ain't
get
got
into
no-
it. All right,
Yeah.
so let's go back to the main thing. The main thing is, you get in a relationship, is the man the leader for you personally?
Yes, the man is completely the leader. Like,
Okay.
if you allow me to be like, just to let down that masculine, because I was raised by a single father,
Gotcha.
so I'm naturally like, I feel like I have like that masculine, just like
Yeah.
force in front of me automatically. If you're allowing me to bring that down, pretty much, you can lead. You can just certain things that you do, and you know what a man leads in.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. I don't feel like I'm changing as a person. I feel like, yes, like certain actions I maybe do. I
Adjust.
I adjust to him
But
as he
adjusting is changing.
But
So-
It's mutual. It's
But I am
mutual.
like
Yeah.
changing.
mutual, it's
What do you
not
want in a
changing.
woman? Okay, I'm gonna be that. No, like I'm gonna like I'm gonna. We're
gonna meet in the
I want you to
middle.
meet in the middle. Compromise. That's the lead.
Compromise.
But you're not gonna change me because you fell in love with me. You came to me as
Okay.
me.
Yeah, let me
Okay.
be me, and I'll
That's
meet you
it.
in the middle. But
I'll meet you in the middle.
I'm gonna bounce off of you. I'm not into traditional gender roles, but the man, I feel like he needs to be like the head of the household in a certain way.
You're not into traditional
Like
gender roles.
everyone has their own relationship. Like I
got
love
you.
laundry, but I can't cook. Whatever,
Gotcha.
that's not traditional.
Okay.
So
But
can
I
your man
think-
cook?
So can you? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my relationship is.
Yeah, but I'll try. I may not be that
Okay.
good.
I mean, if you can't
but
cook, I don't want you in the
besides
kitchen.
point. I lied.
Right.
I was a joke. I can't cook. But what I'm saying is, I think that the man needs to be that kind of head of the household.
Okay.
To a certain
So you
extent.
agree? Or you, okay.
Her and I are on the same page. Like, I'm not going to change for you, but we're gonna meet in the middle on certain things.
If you can allow me to be just as feminine, like if you know, just certain things that as a man, like let's simple shit, opening the door, paying for this, like, and I know it's kind of, you know what I mean? I know you're no tripping to go, but like, it's like little things like that. Just
like making sure your family's taken care of.
You know, calling in on your mom, or you know, making sure you're checking on my.
Okay, so you said something very interesting for me personally. What allows you to do that?
What allows me to do
is it finances?
To do what?
Me personally, like in the relationship, I've been in multiple relationships, right? So it's just, I've always felt like I've always had to have this guard up. And the relationship I'm in now is kind of like the first time where I felt like I can actually be like a cute woman and I don't have to try that hard. You know what I mean? Like it genuinely feels like that.
What is the reason
and
that
so
you can do
what
that?
it is like just how he, I guess, like protects me. It's the little things like him putting me on the other side of the crosswalk. Like it's just little things like, all right, like I'm looking out for
makes
you.
you feel secure.
Makes me feel secure.
So physically,
physically, mentally, like just things that he says. Are you okay? You know what I mean? How's your dad doing? Are your sisters okay? How was the graduation? Like little things, like really being involved and really showing that, like no matter what, I got you.
Okay.
Like you're my teammate.
You was about
You're
to
my
say something.
teammate.
I want to hear from you.
I was.
Yeah.
When?
It was like 3 minutes ago.
That's a long time.
I just want to make sure everybody's being heard. You was about to say something too as well.
I was about to say the same thing. Like I like basically what they said. Your man knowing your love language, how to love you, make you feel like you can be.
And then talk to the microphone for me.
Yeah, make you feel more feminine and. I like my man to be masculine. How she said?
Ooh, yes.
Crosswalk thing. And
that was well said.
It's just like, it's kind of weird, but it's just like, I don't know, making me feel like little in a certain way, like a little.
Yes.
And it's like, it's
does
so
that make
weird.
sense to you?
You know,
of course.
So it's just like little things, like even the way y'all hold us, like it just like you
feel safe.
It's a certain way. Like some dudes can hold you in a certain way, and you're like.
And then speaking to my phone,
like certain dudes can hug you in a certain way, and it's just like,
Got you.
But you know that.
Okay,
that
so my main question is what triggers that. Generally, like what is the overall? Is it the finances? Because I've heard a lot of women say purely finances is number one. Is it physical? Is it the way they talk?
It's overall. It's overall.
It's literally overall. Because I notice everything. So I notice the financial, I notice the mental, I notice the physical, and so once I see all of that kind of play all together, like you know, just over time. Yes, like that I will slowly start to just like become like this. I guess the woman that like who is just really like you know nurturing.
It makes you feel confident.
Confident. Like I just don't have to worry about like a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Can I bounce off the finance
hold on,
comment
really
though?
quickly because we got a super chat that I actually missed. I'm sorry. Emir Ali says that's why statistically female under 5 body usually they stay happy in a marriage longer. That is actually statistically
So what
true.
does body count have to wait? What I don't know.
Is that a real statistic?
That does not make sense.
I want to see
it
it.
is.
So what? Can you say it again?
That's why statistically, female under 5 bodies usually they stay happy in a marriage longer. I don't know about the staying happy part.
Disagree.
I don't know about the staying happy part, but I do know for a fact that marriage longer is true.
Yeah.
So
That's
if you
facts.
have under like a certain body count, you
Yes.
believe that your marriage will last
It's
longer?
not belief.
It's statistically
proven?
that the
Really?
least
Yes.
the lesser amount of partners that you have, the longer your marriage.
I kind of feel like that's I understand if it's true, but it's kind of like a fucked up thing to be true
Yeah,
and to
do you know
hold it
why?
against
I was about to
because
say
it's just like
that.
Why should
the
my body
reason
count
why
matter because my marriage is
It's not that it matters. It's not that it matters. It's that the woman is comparing her past relationships to the husband.
Wait, no, because
and
you're going to something else now. Like you're going into relationships. We're talking about body counts.
That's the same thing.
That's part of
Because what we were talking about earlier, when you go through these traumatic situations, when you go through these volatile relationships, a lot of women are saying, "Oh, I find time for myself. I heal." That may be fine. Y'all might have healed, but most do not come back from those shits. So it's like
You mean most women don't?
yes, most women do not come back from that shit.
You know why?
So, do I know why personally? I mean, because
I would feel like
their healing process is fucking more dudes.
no healing process.
So I would say like, and I don't want, I don't want, you know, women down on this panel, like I don't want you guys to, you know, have to answer this or agree with this or anything, but you know, statistically proven, most women were somewhat sexually assaulted in their younger ages. That's what causes hypersexuality, like to this day. And so, yes, it's fucked up. Like, you know, like a lot of people might have over 5 body counts or whatever. It's hard to kind of like put that against someone when I didn't, you know, it's like, it's not a
It's not something that you know or ask about, like how many bodies you want. It's not like that.
Nor did I ask
It's just the behavior starts to leak into the relationship and it doesn't last.
But it's true that because our traumas, like because we are so emotional, I feel like our past traumas literally hinder us from like, or not even hinder us, but literally go into our like how we even move and how we like our love language and everything, even how many bodies we have. Like everything.
So you brought that up.
Okay. I might have to go here. I got to. I'm going to play bad guy. So I want you to repeat what you just said last.
Well, I can't. It's just kind of going into this, like how you said, women with less than 5 body counts seem to have happier marriages. Okay, cool.
Yes.
That's.
I wouldn't say happy because you can't really judge
So you can't
longer lasting.
So longer lasting. All right, cool. And in today's society, if that's what's considered the best option, like the happiest option, like you seem like you're pretty well off, like that's great. But a lot of people in this, in America, in this culture, have been sexually assaulted in some type of way that causes hypersexuality. Even a lot of men who were lost their virginity at 13, like you were sexually assaulted.
Even younger than that.
You were sexually assaulted. Younger than that. You were sexually assaulted. That caused that hypersexuality.
There's something important to realize here with any statistic. Correlation does not equal causation.
Exactly.
And what that means is just because of that doesn't mean the marriage lasted longer because she had less than 5 bodies. There's a lot of factors here like that what you brought up that we're not considering. So just remember that with any statistic that you bring up, correlation does not equal causation.
Right.
So
but there is a degree of correlation that ties into
everything.
it.
Yeah.
And you brought up.
No, for example, because there's more. It doesn't because
There's
something
factors
can be
that
correlated.
are contributing.
Yeah,
you're
like
saying.
there's more serial murders in the summer, and there's also more people eating ice cream in the summer. Does that mean they're correlated? They're both positively correlated. Does not mean they're related and causing each other. That's just an example.
Yeah, but I mean, when you see a commonality in data, then you kind of can come to a.
You cannot come to a conclusion of causation unless you look at all the factors of the correlation. The correlation is one thing. The causation is a completely different thing. I don't know what's the case for that statistic. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay.
Interesting.
You was about to say something.
Yeah, well, so you brought up the, sexually assaulted thing. I think that happens to more of us than you would realize. I mean, you would think. Like, you wouldn't look at her, any of us, and be like, oh, I think she was this.
She looks sexually assaulted. You wouldn't think that.
But, so, speaking from, someone that's happened to, I have panic attack syndrome. And this relates to our first topic. Yeah. So in my relationship, I had my first panic attack in the middle of the night, like 4 months ago, I think, with my boyfriend. He doesn't deal with anxiety. He's the opposite. And he handled it so well the next day. And he's not mushy-gushy. Back to making us feel protected. Yeah. He goes, all right, I'm not going to talk to you about this for an hour, but what can I do? What do you need from me when that happens? Okay. And he was like, send me, I have all these books and anxiety, whatever. He was like, I want to see him. I want to understand. Okay. And that's something that I feel like makes you feel safe and protected.
Yes.
You're feeling that.
Because that's it.
I want to get into a topic. I want to get into a topic. I don't know if we have time for the topic. So I'm gonna still ask the question. If I play bad guy, I'll just play bad guy.
It's okay.
Play bad guy.
All right. So for you ladies that maybe experienced that, around what age was the most traumatic one? Just give me just an age.
So what do you mean by that? Like what traumatic age where we realized or like
that it happened?
That it happened.
Junior year going into senior year, so I was what, 20?
20? Okay.
Probably like high
18.
school.
I would go into it. Yeah, I was 5-6 years old.
5. Oh, damn.
Wow.
It's fine.
Can't talk about that one. Yeah, I can't talk about that one.
I don't even
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole different ballgame.
But that is another reason why I say like that. Like ever since that age, I've been curious about it because it happened to me at such a young age where it shouldn't have. Like I should have been worrying about fucking Dora the Explorer around that age and not what is that? And so I wasn't raped or anything, know, like God forbid, but definitely like in that extent. So it definitely played a role into how I approach certain men and how they approach me and even in the first day, like I notice things, I just back off because it brings me back to.
It's like PTSD.
It's literally PTSD. And a lot of women go through that. And I think that's one thing that men don't realize because men go through it just as much and they don't even know they did it.
Okay. Yeah. So the point, not even the point I'm getting at, but if a guy was to be able to choose between the 20-year-old version of yourself where that happened or the 19-year-old version where before it happened, which version would you think would be the best version for him?
Okay, I'm not sure I quite understand.
Okay. Let me say it again.
Yep.
You happened to you in 20, correct?
1920, yeah, going into senior year.
Which version of yourself, after you healed from that or before it happened, would you think would be the best version for someone in a relationship, a dude?
Can I say? This isn't like for your situation, but I think I know what you mean. You know how you get older, like shit happens,
yes.
Like shit hits the fan, and you learn from that.
Yeah.
I think the person that you would have been before that wouldn't have been, less naive. And so now because that happened to us, we're a little, I guess that's why we have so many
paranoid.
Boundaries and stuff.
Yeah.
And men a lot of times think like, oh, it's because, men don't have this and men don't have that and it's past relationships. No, it's truly because we are fucking traumatic from a lot of shit that's happened from us.
Gotcha.
Because we are just a woman.
Uh-huh. I think what he's asking is, why should a guy in the future deal with a woman with that baggage
never said that I had to deal with it because I still...
No, go ahead. I want to hear about it.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, I don't trauma dump. I don't try to trauma dump on someone. Like, and one thing I've actually been told not to do is actually tell your significant other about the sexual assault or sexual whatever.
I disagree with that.
Really?
I disagree, but to a certain extent,
100%.
because it's like, imagine like if I'd never been sexual assaulted and someone told me, like their traumatic story, I'm just going to sit there like, damn,
that's
your other person, your other half. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying. It's a difference between like I can't relate. I can try to comfort, but there's no comfort. Me personally, I feel like because of the age it happened to me, I don't feel like it needs to be brought up in conversation. I don't feel like you need to know that about me because it doesn't make me who I am. Nor do I want to go back to that, or nor do I think you should move a certain way because that happened to me. Now at 20 years, like 19, 20, that's a different situation.
Yeah. And it's something that I told him because so that he can understand that I do have panic attacks. I don't trauma dump. I don't talk about it. I don't bring it up. The word doesn't trigger me. I did a lot of work.
Okay. Now let me turn actually topic back to the original topic is when these type of things happen to you.
Yeah.
Do you think that you're, I guess, a better person to be led or a worse person to be led in a relationship?
Neither.
Same. That depends on.
Is it harder to get compliance out of you, or
compliance meaning like
following the direction of?
No.
I think it depends on having the right man who's understanding and supportive and doesn't make you feel shamed or bad.
Like I was explaining, like he said, I don't understand this, but what do you need from me? And my answer was, if I have a panic attack, I don't know words. Just help me breathe, hold me. It'll pass.
Okay.
It didn't change anything about
who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or how I am in relationships.
All right. Drip. Roll it.
We didn't even watch the damn video.
That's what I'm trying to wrap it up.
We got like a 0.256 seconds.
0.25 seconds on it.
We already got shit to say.
Yeah.
Try to change people. We try to change them to the way that we want them to be. But I decided to start taking a different approach, in this relationship. I think early on I came in like, hey, you get 2 drink max, bop, and she didn't respond well to that.
No, it did not.
It was reasons for that too. Let me say that.
I have a good time. Life of the party right here.
It's not the man leads and a woman follows. That's not what we live in this house.
Okay.
At all. Okay. So for me, I have a wife that works just not just as harder than I, and she had her own career. She had her own life before I came along. So from my perspective, it was like, okay, how can I be a part of the growth and the evolution of who she is, and not trying to change her or stunt her growth or make her in the way that I see fit.
How thrilling is it that you've got Shady Baby out now?
It's exciting.
It was a long process, and
I think there's some different.
I want to hear from the men on this one.
No, I'm gonna go around this way. Matter of fact, we can start this way. From that, I guess, little clip that we just showed you. What were your initial thoughts? And then the second question, I'm gonna go after your initial thoughts.
I think he was doing a little too much. Like talking about, she worked harder than me, bruh. If you look at her career and his career, there's no way she worked harder than him.
She doesn't have a 3P.
Like, I think a lot of dudes try and dampen their shine or whatever they've accomplished in order to appease a woman, right? Happy wife, happy life type of mentality. And it's like you don't have to minimize yourself in order to I guess
make the other
appease
person
her
feel
and
better.
stroke her ego. Because let's Come on, bro. She worked harder than D-Wade. Get the fuck out of here.
Simping like a motherfucker. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like he should have been more humble about his situation because he, like, not to, like, bash her or anything, but he's an athlete. He had to put his body through work. Yes. All he does, like, act. And I personally feel like a man should lead and a woman should follow. That's just how I feel.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I feel like if I get the respect from my man as I should be, then I will follow him, yeah.
Okay. What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts were that was hard to listen to
Yeah.
coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
He's like, his first words were, that's not how we do it in this household.
Yeah.
The man doesn't lead. Like, what you said was exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
It was like, what are you trying to put her on this pedestal for?
Yeah.
I had secondhand embarrassment for him. I was cringing hearing him talk about it.
They should be equal.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel like.
No. This nigga D-Wade, bro, he's
It's
up
Dwayne
here.
Wade, like-
She's a good actor too, though.
I mean, she's a decent actor.
She's a good actor too, though.
But let's keep it a bug.
He's letting her change him.
Yes.
Bottom line.
Yes,
Bottom line.
exactly. Like,
And what are your initial thoughts?
I thought simp or monkey, whatever.
yeah, he's just bending over backwards.
He's
and
like,
shit.
hey, yeah, spread.
What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts, I mean, I don't really know them that well, to be honest, so I can't speak on the in and outs. But everybody's relationship is different. What works for theirs might not work for yours, and that's just the reality of the situation. We all we like a man to lead us, we like a certain dynamic. But I respect the fact that they are on the same page about what works for them, and I like that, honestly. I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't think he's like, I don't know the details, but it works for them, it seems, right? I don't know. Does it?
Yeah.
So all four y'all,
it works for them. Yeah.
So
Right,
all four
so
y'all
that's
agree
what
that,
matters.
that men lead, women follow in a sense of.
That's what we like for our relationship. But
Got
we're not
you.
speaking for every woman
course,
because
of course
some women
not.
like
Of
to
course
be,
not.
like
Yeah,
everyone's different. Some men like to be the submissive one. Like
I mean,
some men do. Some men do.
I think,
but
I think
it don't
if you
work.
really peel it back, though, he's leading. He's just saying that he's
It's
not.
all that's true.
But come
that's
on,
true.
bro. Like
just
when
to make her happy.
when a check needs to get stroked,
Facts.
who do you think is stroking that check?
Yeah.
D. Wade.
Yes, exactly. Because he got that long
So maybe
bread
he
and
don't
she
care
don't.
about what he say because he's confident in his ability to lead. That he says, "Okay, I'll give you."
Well,
There is an
But,
element of don't make me look like a fool because this is my name, this is my legacy, this is my empire. type shit.
He's almost walking into and embracing. Oh, I don't care what people say. It's like
Yeah,
you don't have to really
bro.
care what people say, but you had an image, and now that image is
It's
like
dying.
declining.
Yeah.
It's like the mountain in here is sliding
It's like
down.
niggas is just disappointed in me.
Yes.
All right, hold on.
That's all I can say.
We got some
Just
super
disappointed.
chats. Fatty says a super chat. He says Wade lost what is that? OS masculine frame, became a yes man.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually true. Amen sends a super chat. He says, why do women complain about nice guys when they get into a relationship with them? What's that all about? Let them be, and guys knock it off. Laugh out loud. Do y'all have any thoughts about that?
I think we already covered
Do they
that.
get?
we did.
Do
I
they
we
get
did
in
cover that.
relationships with nice
my
guys?
bad, my bad.
There's levels to what the nice guy means, and if you're really a nice guy or not. So.
Nice heart and nice guy.
Nice
Two
guys don't
different
have
things.
to say they're nice guys.
Yeah, and you don't have to get flowers and do all this extra shit to be a nice
Exactly.
guy as well.
You don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Genuine nice guy.
Actions louder.
Nice person.
Period.
How are you doing today?
Hey, Tony, how you doing?
All right,
Buy me
you know-
flowers and still cheat on me.
Wait, whoa. What is
Well,
that?
just
What is that?
because
What-
you
yeah,
cheat
what is
doesn't
he
mean
cheat?
you're not nice
Yeah,
either.
I'm not.
No,
What
it's
is cheating?
no. So cheating is not nice to you. Like it correlates to not being nice.
It's not.
No,
you think that's nice?
it's not
like,
very
if someone
nice.
cheated on you, would you be like, "Thank you"?
Well,
That
men,
was so
well,
nice of you.
hold on.
I see what you mean. You can be nice and still be a cheater.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
know what you
yeah.
mean. All right, but
Oh,
I'm just
God.
saying it's not the nicest thing ever either.
No, but he's saying like you could still be a nice person
Yeah,
and
you-
still
Right, like,
cheat.
you can-
Like,
you
he
can-
can do all the nice things,
Yeah.
still talk to you sweet and everything,
Facts.
and still cheat.
Because you can, I bet like a lot
how
of
you
times
recover.
when a woman catches a
notice
man
it.
cheating, she felt so secure in that relationship before he cheated.
Yeah.
But now she's like in the back of her mind, she's like, oh, what is he doing? Is it
Yes.
like she thinks every time he's away from her, he's cheating. That's when it starts to get fucked up. But a man can still make a woman feel 100% secure in that relationship, even if
cheat.
he's cheating. But a woman cannot make her man feel
Facts.
secure in that relationship.
Yeah.
If
She's
she's
cheating?
cheating, yes.
Yes, she can.
What do we
Can a
do
woman
that?
be too
What do
nice?
we do that make you feel like if we
Yeah,
start
explain.
cheating makes you feel like like what do we just like wear it on our
you
face?
could you could tell like when you go in for the kiss and she like give you the little cheek, or you know when you're
Maybe
trying to
body
get into
language.
Maybe our
yeah
butt
body
stinks that day.
language.
I can see that.
Like when you try and fuck her or some shit, and then she's just like not with it like that, like you can tell, oh shit, okay, I'm especially like over a long period of time, you can really tell.
Exactly.
Like the intimacy dies down.
But same with a man though.
No.
It don't. Actually, a lot of times a guy can cheat and it will save the relationship.
Right.
I'm telling you, it will save the
It will.
I don't disagree with that because like I said, it depends how you come back from what happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Save.
I promise you, it can save the relationship.
No. You have to explain that. How can you cheating breaking my heart?
But that's breaking your.
No, that's if he gets caught up.
Cheating without getting caught?
Yeah. Without getting caught.
Save the relationship. Save who? Save the man?
Save the relationship.
It saved you.
No.
It saved you.
I do see what you're
doing.
Okay, so what if a woman cheats without getting caught? Are we saving?
Most of the time, if a woman starts to cheat, she's gonna be out the door very shortly after.
If she don't get caught, like that's the thing though. Men don't put up with the type of shit that women put up with
at all.
Yeah, but you shouldn't put up with the shit that sometimes we don't do.
I would say more men are in relationships with women who are cheating.
Facts.
Than the other way around.
I agree with that.
Yes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they know or not.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
The girl is doing whatever the fuck she want, and then he has to say, "Oh, I don't care if you do this or do that," because then she'll call him insecure if he's trying to quote unquote control her when he has a hunch.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's just gonna lay back and fall back and let it happen or let the evidence fall in his lap. He's not even gonna pursue it. Most likely.
Oh, God.
He's just gonna sit in that shit because he know that's his consistent.
We got some super chats. Usifer, he says, a bitch who can't cook equals useless.
I guess.
Thank you for that super chat.
Damn.
I appreciate that.
Shots fired.
I'm useless.
I mean, hold on. There
Get
is
to know
some
me
merit.
before you call me useless.
No. There is some merit to that because when you are a dude, you want a woman to be, I guess, the mother of your children, right?
But
and you would
you
want.
heard me say I
Girl,
try.
if I can hire a chef and we all good, shut the fuck up.
Can you afford a chef though every day? I don't think y'all know how expensive a chef
If I
is.
can afford it, I'm gonna do it. And who's gonna tell me not to?
Affording a chef is eating out 3 times every day.
If you can't
That's
afford it,
not
just
always
say
the
that.
answer. Okay. Since that was clearly targeted at me, can I respond to that one?
I can't cook either, so.
You can't cook
What
either?
was this
My
guy's?
boyfriend cooks, and he cooks really
What
good.
was this guy's username?
I'll throw it down.
Usifer.
You Seaver?
I just call him Usifer because I can't even pronounce
Whatever
his fucking
that
name.
is, his name. Did you not hear me say I try? I get in the kitchen, I
not
make a mess and
useless,
set fire, but hey, I'm putting in the work.
All right, moving on. Usifer says another super chat. He says a chick who was SA'd equals damaged goods. God damn.
That's
bro.
fucked up.
What the fuck? Let's shut that down.
Your dick is
Shut
small.
that down.
Your dick is small, and you have no bitch right now.
I bet you.
guarantee that. I can guarantee that. You insensitive fuck.
Oh my God.
Dare you to go what we
I dare you to say that shit in front of my face.
Oh my God.
I'm in Atlanta.
Hold on, let me read this
Damn,
one more
she
time.
said pull
fucked
up,
up. That's fucked
drop the
up.
pin.
Okay,
do
all
that.
right. I might be bad guy, but there is again some merit to that. Would you rather have someone that has that before that happens or after that happens?
We can't control that
I would
shit.
rather that not have happened to me
Like
too.
I
The
said
fuck?
before,
Like,
a lot of women don't even tell their significant other what
Because
they're
of
going
that,
through
though.
Yeah.
because of the trauma it carries.
It's
You won't even
embarrassing.
honestly.
So, no, you said
If you're a seasoned man, you'll be able to know.
But I do gotta ask this. So you said earlier that you wouldn't tell them. If they asked you, would they still? Would you still not?
If the conversation came up naturally and I
Got
felt
you.
vulnerable enough, yes, I will tell you.
Okay.
But honestly, I just personally don't. Even if that case, I kind of just keep that in the back of my mind. Like
Yes.
I know once I tell you this, no matter what, you're gonna look at me a little different.
I
Gotcha.
disagree.
You're
I
going
disagree.
You're
Well-
going to. And it's certain, like I wouldn't
What's the
say.
fuck wrong with the audio? All right, we got another super chat in the building. I don't know what's going on with this. Fatty says she healed so well that she has panic attacks. Your trauma will leave scars forever. That's why body count matters. Less guys, less trauma.
God damn.
Damn. I mean,
That's.
What did it?
I don't even want to waste my breath answering to that guy. Fuck that.
Wait, can you
Silence.
say, wait, I'm sorry. Can you say that
can have
comment one
trauma
more?
with your
comment
first
one more time.
body.
All right.
You can have trauma with your first body, so that.
But that's the point. Well, that's literally
Yeah,
the point
that's
he's
the-
making.
yeah, that's the
meaning
point he's
less
making.
bodies, less trauma.
Panic attacks aren't me talking. It's something. If you've never experienced
Some
one,
breathing shit.
no,
No,
you.
say-
It's
say
a
that comment one
physical.
more time.
What's up with this fucking Fatty, he says she healed so well that make sure that it's plugged in, please.
Plug that bitch in, push it in.
All right, Fatty's in the super chat. He says she healed so well that she has panic attacks. Your trauma will leave scars forever. That's why body count matters.
So,
hold on,
I don't agree
less
with
guys, less trauma.
No. So I don't agree with that last part.
That guy.
But the beginning part, as far as
just you go.
As far as
can you unplug that one?
Yeah, I got it.
So damn it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, like say that beginning part again.
Okay.
He's right there.
She healed so well.
Healed so well. Okay, no, that's what I meant.
Okay.
About me.
Is it not true? Like, is it not true that? Do you think you're healed if you continue to? And I'm speaking from experience too, because I truly want to say. I truly want to say. I truly want to say, like, I feel like I've been through a lot of shit. Have I healed completely? Have I gotten over it? Yes. Have I healed? No, because I still have anxiety and like panic. Would you say, like, are you fully healed from shit like that?
Fully healed. So scars heal. They might leave a mark.
Like I said, vitamin C oil gets rid of them. So.
Emotional.
Yeah, emotional.
Emotional
vitamin C.
She's being funny. She's being funny.
I know.
Well, really quick, let me just read this last super chat so then we can try to wrap things up. UC for again says Blue is big mad with that great pussy. What? Your pussy condemned. Don't come at me.
English, please.
No,
great.
It's
right there. It's right here.
Oh, okay. I see what he's saying. Okay, that's great.
All right. Matter of fact,
hold on. Let me say something though.
Is that English?
Yeah. So we're gonna start on this side. We're gonna just do final thoughts. So say what you and then your Instagram.
Okay, final thoughts. Yeah, I've dealt with different types of women. I've dealt with women who have been essayed and all that type of shit.
Yes.
There is a huge boundary that you have to overcome when doing that.
Yeah.
So if you're a guy and you've kind of been out here and you kind of seen, the lay of the land.
Yeah.
And when you're deciding, okay, who am I gonna really take seriously? That is a factor that you will take into account. Yes. Not saying that will ultimately rule you out, but if you can't get over this barrier in a timely manner, then what is it to a guy, especially a guy who got his shit together, to try and, like I said, fix you, quote unquote. It's not his responsibility to do that. And I think that if you are just saying, oh, accept me as I am, take me as I am, and this, that, and the third, then you're being selfish because you're not thinking about what that guy has to overcome emotionally, because they never think about what it means. Like, damn, like, she been through this shit. So I don't know if I try and escalate this way and that way, it's going to trigger her. So now you're trying to escalate to sex with your girlfriend, and then she bursting out in tears. Now you gotta, I've been through this shit, bro. It is emotionally taxing, and I did it at a really young age, and that's something that I told myself I would never do again. It has nothing to do with, I'm judging her or anything like that. It's just, for me, I do not want to put myself in at a stress level where I'm having to deal with some
walking on ice.
And I can't be myself, and I can't really be that 100% affectionate with you in every way, because this might trigger you and that might remind you of this and this might remind you of that. So, for me, I told myself that, hey, I'm not going to do that again. And then the woman that I'm with now, she has not been through all that bullshit. Like, she has not been through the shit before. And she's great to me. So, and it's great for me because I've been through some shit where a woman has been through all those traumatic situations.
And it's much harder.
And there's a lot of character flaws that come with that. Not saying that, not saying that you guys or anything like that, but a lot of times, when that happens to a woman, they don't react well to that afterwards. Not saying that it should have ever happened. It's inexcusable that it ever happened. Facts. But your reaction is everything. That's what I was taught in sports. Your reaction is everything. Unfortunately it happened. Next play. I don't think they ever get to the next play. Yeah. And not everyone, but a lot. And then they start to make questionable decisions to put themselves in more situations where that is, rampant, or the likelihood of that ever happening again increases. Like, I've been through a situation where something happened to a chick and she come back and tell me, yo, this happened. And I'm saying, okay, what can we do to solve it? 3 months down the line, you going back into the same scenario where the shit happened. And I'm telling you, so as a man, you do not want to have to deal with that and have to overcome those barriers, especially if you got your shit together financially, intellectually, spiritually, and emotionally.
And bottom line, especially if you don't have to.
It's
I kind of find it
what's your IG? Hold on. What's your IG?
IG, Reclaim Your Throne, Black Gen Z Mindset, Quarantino to God. You can find me all there.
Okay, and then what's your final thoughts?
Well.
And your IG as well.
Well, my IG is Amaya Nina, both A's at the end. My final thoughts are everybody should just be secure in their relationship. Everything works for different people. Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
I know you got a lot to say. Go ahead.
I won't say a lot, though.
Go ahead.
I would say that have conversations about your past. It'll probably save you from a lot of fucked up future shit that's going to happen. So for someone like him who probably can't handle the trauma of someone who's been through...
It's not that I couldn't handle it. It's that...
No. I'm not going to say, let's say you can't handle it. But I mean, personally, someone who just is constantly trauma dumping or just trauma, a lot of trauma, it can be a lot on the person. It's nothing to say that, it's wrong with you.
Right.
If you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to deal with it.
Right.
What I would say, if you don't want to deal with it, you don't have to.
I handled it for way too long.
And that's completely fair. I feel like women, in the same sense, we handle a lot of trauma that men have too, just as much. So when we have this, I feel like with women, we carry a lot on us already.
Gotcha.
So I think sexual assault is just one thing that's just major, or a lot of people, it's just
say
major.
Don't use the word.
SA, you know what I mean? It just seems super, just. Oh my gosh, like she went through that. Like that's just who she is. Of course, if a woman makes it about that, then that's different. If she carries her life through that, then I just try to don't think about it. I don't carry my life through what happened. And I think a lot of women do too. So that's why we don't bring it up. So I would say too, the woman that you're with, God forbid, but so, like I said, I don't really talk about it anymore. I don't tell it to my future partners. I don't try to, because it just doesn't end. Like you said, like I could be unintentionally just probably venting to you, and it's a lot for you. So with that being said, try to have those conversations early, and you'll probably save a lot of trouble. But
all right. And what's your IG?
My IG is I__SHEA Shay. Yeah, make sure y'all follow me.
Okay. And then you pass the microphone.
Okay, so my final thoughts. That last comment, the one that was like, "Oh, she's healed so much, she has panic attacks." Okay. First of all, the panic attacks happen in the middle of the night from sleep paralysis and like sleep PTSD. I'm not bringing it up, and nothing triggers me. And I'm not like saying I agree with what you said for you, but for me, I did do the work. Google sleep paralysis, whoever that was, and nothing that my boyfriend does triggers me in that way. Okay. The word doesn't trigger me, like nothing. Like that really struck a chord. Oh, she's healed so much, she has panic attacks. It's a physical, I wake up and do you know what sleep paralysis is? You think he's there and you wake up like throwing up, shaking, can't feel your face, can't move your muscles. Like I call it T-rexia. Yeah, so it's not that I'm bringing it up or that something triggered me. Yeah. I think it's I feel bad for whoever you dated that brought it up and used. It doesn't affect me in my relationship, and that's why I said earlier it's embarrassing because there's such taboo connected with it. Yeah. So those are my final thoughts.
Okay, and then what's your IG?
Chlomon, CHLOMONZ.
All right.
Okay. My final thoughts. I don't really have many final thoughts other than just don't judge people and just be compassionate and be loving. That's the most you can do, And then my personal IG is Amina Mara, AMINAMARA.
Oh, thanks.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
That is cute.
And then speaking of sleep paralysis, I also do like a lot of like dream work and sleep stuff. So you can follow my other IG, the Dream World Podcast.
Yeah, she does. Fatty sends a super chat. He says, "If that's the case, I take that back. My bad."
Thank you.
All right. It all comes full circle.
It all comes full circle. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to follow anyone that was on the panel today, the link will be in the description below. Red Pill and Chill is out. RedPillChill.com. And we out. Peace.